open the Commissioners' meeting for February 3rd, 2026 with the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm glad to see everybody made it to the Government Center today. I have two proclamations to read. The first, honoring the Honorable Gerald F. Leach for 25 years of distinguished judicial service, January 29th, 2026. Whereas the Honorable Gerald F. Leach was appointed to the Newton County Circuit Court in 2001, and whereas Judge Leach has served the citizens of Newton County, state of Indiana, with distinction, integrity, and unwavering commitment to the rule of law for a remarkable 25 years, presiding over countless cases with fairness, wisdom, and profound compassion. And whereas throughout his tenure, Judge Leach has demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to justice, serving as mentor to new attorneys, a leader in the community legal education, and upholding the highest standards of the legal profession. And whereas Judge Leach has not only been a fair jurist, but also a pillar of the community, fostering a legal system that balances strict adherence to the law with deep understanding of human dignity. Now, therefore, we, the Newton County, Indiana Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim January 30th, 2026 as Gerald F. Leach Day in Newton County, state of Indiana, and urge all citizens to join in celebrating the significant milestone and expressing gratitude for Judge Leach's quarter-century of dedicated service to the cause of justice, all of which is proclaimed this 29th day of January 2026, the 167th year of our county. Abby Rossiter, Steve Eilers, Rob Churchill attest. Tamara James, Newton County Auditor. Does he have a copy of that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll hand that over. Oh, thank you. And the second proclamation is for the Future Business Leaders of America, February 3rd, 2026. Whereas Future Business Leaders of America, FBLA, is a nonprofit education association representing the largest business career student organization in the world, with 250,000 students preparing for careers in business and business-related fields. And whereas FBLA functions as an integral part of the instructional program of the business education curriculum in secondary schools to help students develop skills and knowledge necessary for college and career success through career and technical education, which fosters productivity in business and industry, contributing to the leadership in the national and international marketplace. And whereas FBLA members, advisors, state officers, alumni, and sponsors are to be commended for their dedication to developing leaders for the future by preparing students to become community-minded business leaders in a global society through relevant career preparation and leadership experiences. And whereas FBLA Week celebrates the integral role this career and technical student organization provides to middle-level high school and collegiate members, the opportunities for members to embrace the motto, service, education, and progress in their daily lives by making connections between school and careers while understanding the realities of contemporary business world. Now, therefore, we, the Newton County, Indiana Board of Commissioners, do hereby declare the week of February 8th through the 14th, 2026, FBLA Week in Newton County, state of Indiana, all of which is proclaimed on this third day of February 2026, the 167th year of our county. Abby Rossiter, Steve Eilers, Rob Churchill, attested by Tamara James, Newton County Auditor. That was a mouthful. The show must go on. All right. Approval of meeting minutes. We don't have. Approval of payroll longevity for 1/30/2026.
I make a motion to.
I'll second. Motion from Steve, second from me. All those in favor? Aye. Approval of claims for 2/3/2026.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion from Steve, second from Rob to approve the claims. All those in favor? Aye. Apologies here. Tammy, this is the only, yes.
Here, I got one more.
We have a credit card claim for $4,493.86. 449386.
Motion approved. South second.
Motion from Rob, a second from Steve to approve the credit card claims. All those in favor?
Aye.
We don't have write-offs. Or am I missing that? Do we have ambulance write-offs or no?
It was just last time. I don't have
Okay.
any this time.
Alright, our 940 did let me know that she would be running a little late today, so I'm just pushing our appointment, or 840, I'm sorry, back to 9. I had to read a lot this morning, okay? Matt? For the ADA title paperwork.
So yeah, just need signatures for the Title VI ADA compliance. And then the policy, non-discriminatory policy,
Okay,
that would get us in compliance with the state for that, Title VI and stuff. Title II, I'm still working on. I'm just at a roadblock trying to get what the state needs for their information.
So the Title VI, I gave you a list of corrections.
Yes.
Have you made those corrections?
I will make those corrections.
So I would suggest you approve once he makes the corrections.
okay, for signature,
Yeah,
okay.
and then I told Matt I would work with him and try to help him with the Title II plan.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve after the corrections are made to the Title VI document. Second.
Motion from Rob, second from Steve. All those in favor? Aye.
So yeah, I'll make those corrections and send it back out to you guys, or however you want to work it out and stuff, but.
Okay. And then, really quick, after, we're gonna have to probably set something up for like an ARPA meeting, just to kind of go over, the remaining money and everything.
Okay.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Lucy did make it. Lucy, if you wanna come up. You were a couple minutes behind me saying you were gonna be a little bit late, so it's okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was.
You're fine.
I was
You're fine.
cleaning the bathrooms at Sacred Heart Remington. So, anyway, okay, I am Lucy Illingworth. I am new president of the Drug Coalition. And thank you, just short, very short, thank you for the opportunity to speak. And I want to say, Gene Bell, there's no way I'm going to, no way am I going to fill his shoes.
Just try hard.
Okay, so, since 1990, excuse me, Gene enhanced the quality of life for all Newton County residents and provided drug-free programs to all Newton County youth and adults. So, right now, we're on target, and Diane and Danielle are really helping me, because I've only been on, excuse me, the program for 3-4 years, so I'm getting my feet wet. So they are really doing a nice job of helping me. We plugged in our mini grants and community grants to all the school officials and also to the community members. So our comprehensive community plan is being reviewed right now and including the new health clinic in Morocco. So we're hoping to get some membership from them. So basically, still, Gene he's still with us. So I emailed him a couple times the last 2 weeks. So anyway, but that's it. So, any questions?
I did get some clarification on as far as his position itself, so we will have to put that out to advertisement, and then it will be a hired position for Gene's position itself, the director position.
He's the director now?
He's always been the director.
Oh, like I said, I'm getting my feet wet.
No, and that's fine. And the way that you all handled as far as Diane's gonna be the secretary, Danielle's gonna stay treasurer, and then you're gonna
Vice
handle.
president, she's not supposed to.
Okay, and then you're gonna sit as the president, yes.
Yes.
So, that's where I had spoken with Attorney Harris, and she said too, if you need any further signatures or anything like that, I can do that in the
Okay.
meantime.
Okay.
But we will have to put out for his position for
Okay.
applications, and then we'll hold interviews and then hiring.
All right, very well.
All right.
Okay, very good. All
Thank you.
right.
Fantastic, thank you, Lucy.
You're welcome.
Okay, and then Health Department authorized Crystal Clybourne for banking. So that's,
Because the way their account is set up, it's underneath Newton County, so you guys just have to make a motion to approve the new health nurse to have authorization to the banking account and credit card.
Do I need to call about the credit card?
Yeah, you'll have to call. They need a copy of the minutes, but you can call to let them know because we have to cancel Kayla's and reissue to Crystal.
What's her name again?
Crystal Clybourne, it's on here, right there on here.
Make the motion to approve Crystal Clyburn for the banking.
Second.
a motion from Steve and a second from Rob to authorize Crystal Clybourne for the banking of the Health Department. All those in favor?
Aye.
And credit card.
And credit card.
And credit card. Aye.
Now, will the letter be enough, or I still need to call that Keith, or whatever his name is?
Yeah, Kevin, you have to
Kevin.
call.
Should I give time for you to get the other papers to him, or just do it today?
You can do it and tell them it's coming.
Okay.
Okay, maintenance, the side-by-side, Mark couldn't be here, he's working on the water issue in Kentland.
Actually, it'll be in Westseca, hopefully later today. I'm gonna stop by Kawasaki and see if they'll just give it to us till the council can approve it the next meeting. We're gonna demo it for 2 weeks. I don't know if they'll do that or not, other companies will, but
Is that something that we still have to sign off on, like how does,
I mean, you guys will have to sign and approve the check, but the council has to put the money in place. So I don't know if you want to get
but they can't do that until, what,
17.
17th?
I don't want to get hurt before the horse, so.
no,
Yeah, but Mark's saying like that one's barely right.
he said they did get it running for now.
Well, then we can, they wait, they can get through with it. I'd rather do that.
But you have a chance that council might not approve the money and you can't go
Yeah.
purchase something without having money.
Okay, so for the sake of the conversation, we're gonna have Mark hold off until the 17th to see if there's gonna be council approval. Okay. He also asked, and I don't wanna botch this message. He said he was going to ask about what we had,
Got the heater, furnace, and
yes. The heat and air for the courthouse that we gave the okay in a previous meeting, just wanted to know what next step was for funding.
I think you have to take it to bid. Oh, no, you guys already took it to bid. It should be in this budget.
Okay. Just so we know what direction to tell him to go with that. I'm gonna keep moving.
Yeah, nobody really got that. There it is.
He likes to double check and make sure that,
I mean, I'm pretty sure we approved it.
I believe so, I just wanted to get back with him as concrete as I could with that. Okay, the clerk courts, Dossett Consulting, I have a letter here. Did you all have a chance to look at that?
Yes.
Okay. And we're good with that?
Yes.
Okay. If I can have a motion to approve,
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
motion from Steve, second from Rob, to approve the Dossett Consulting invoice from the clerk's office for my signature, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
just sign above her name.
All those in favor?
Aye.
It is a decrease in fees from $500 to $350 a month. It's on record.
I don't see where I signed.
Just sign above her name, because she wasn't supposed to sign it.
Oh, I see, okay.
I have the, thought I stuck it over there, the copy you need to sign. Abby, stop.
Yeah, it's got it.
It's over there.
Huh. Okay. I thought you need 2 copies anyway, just,
That's fine.
I just on top of that. Alright, there's that. And second copy. Alright. I'll back up. Christine? Sorry. I saw you and then I didn't, sorry. Jim?
One for us is, things are moving forward. Meters that are going off, it's because we're doing testing, everything is going forward to, it's not,
There's a
so
car accident at 150 West and Stairway.
there is some pager testing not going off, we found out yesterday, but it's not going over the new system. We are in the process of moving, Monday is a go, so, we're moving, so, things are moving forward with that.
Are you gonna notify the proper agencies ahead of time?
Yes.
And send that
Yes,
correspondence out?
be going out over this weekend, once we have, I have a meeting tomorrow morning to finalize everything.
Okay, thanks.
And Abby, you contacted me, we did get the approval on the seed grant.
Oh,
That, just to let everybody know, that was $7,500, the zero matching was approved. So we're moving forward getting our GIS up to the new standards.
perfect. Thank you. Mike? Mark?
So just a quick update since the last meeting. We've been talking about staffing a lot. We rehired a paramedic who used to be full-time. He's going to start with us next week part-time, and then we're going to move into a full-time spot in March, so that should help with the staffing. We still have some need for some more people. We're still actively looking and interviewing and doing all that stuff. Coverage has been a big deal. You guys have been seeing the emails about how the coverage has been. We've had people calling off sick, people getting hurt, that sort of stuff. But we've been managing the schedule as close as we can. Our full-time staff is doing a great job stepping up and keeping the ambulances staffed. So we're real appreciative of that. As far as operations go, we're working through the basics to keep the department running. Mark's helped with getting the generators maintenance for service. We had a generator issue at the South Base and some firm stuff. He's been on top of that. Ambulances are getting in for service and that sort of thing. So that's all moving along. Training has been a big thing that the department's been asking for. We had a ACLS, which is Advanced Cardiac Life Support class last week, and a CPR class. These are the same type of classes that emergency room doctors have to take. So it's useful for things like cardiac arrest and people with heart problems. It's been a while since we've done one of those classes. We have had some staff go through that last week, so that's great. Especially important because yesterday we had a call in the county for someone that had a cardiac arrest with a heart stopped. And with the help of dispatch, presumably with CPR instruction before our crew got there, our crew and some help from the volunteer fire departments, like multiple volunteer fire departments and the sheriff's department, the crew's able to shock this guy's heart and get it started again to get him to the hospital. So this is what the system that we're building is, coming together to make things work and like have a good outcome. So I just wanted to highlight that. Last thing I want to talk about is we've been tightening up expectations and some standards for the department. I put out a SOP update for review for how the crew's supposed to be acting in the cab of the ambulance. So that went out to the staff for feedback. I want them to have some buy-in on what we're doing, not just make, iron fist directives. So we're going to get that feedback this week and put out a final revision. So we're working on, improving crew safety and that sort of thing. But overall, the department's stable. We're making progress, and we're continuing to move in the right direction.
Great, thanks, Mark. Thanks for everything.
Sharon's not here. Diane?
Just a couple of quick things, since they got the contracts up and going, the Goodland, Lake Village, and Kentland, are being picked up on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. And the lids, the blue lids, they have them ordered, and as soon as they get them, they will get them put on. Probably weather, pending the weather conditions, but yes, they'll be the blue lids. And then after we do that, I'm gonna take some pictures of the sites and do an article in the paper, do like a little press release so that everybody knows this is what they look like, what the blue lids mean, to try to help cut down on some things. Do you guys have anything for me?
I do just have a question, taking off that hat,
Okay.
putting on your drug coalition hat. Do you
Okay.
have any direction as far as like where, I mean, Gene was in that position for so long, so.
And when we met on Thursday, he gave us the contacts for state, like who he talks to down there.
Okay.
And kind of gave us, like some emails and some bare bones stuff of how we handled doing the drug-free t-shirt contest and when that has to go out to the schools and the deadlines for that. And we do already have the grants sent out. And so Danielle's gonna get those to her instead of those going to Jean,
Okay.
the grants. And so then they'll have a committee meeting and meet and vote on those, and then we'll bring those to the next meeting in February.
Okay.
And then also she was gonna do the mini grants, and Danielle's working on the letter for the drug-free t-shirts for the elementary contest. And then we have the community comprehensive plan. Gina sent that to us, so then that goes through, we vet that through our meetings and send that out and then get all those changes, and that's what comes to you guys.
Okay.
In April to be finalized, so then that goes down to the state.
Okay.
And then Danielle is gonna handle all the state reporting that has to be done, like our minutes from our meetings and things have to go down. And then there's quarterly reports too, and so he gave Danielle all that information, so she would have the drafts on how to do all that, because she's way more tech savvy than I am, so she volunteered to handle that part of it.
Okay, so then everything that he sent as far as like the state, anybody that he is in contact, can
contact.
you kind of send that our way
Mhm.
so that we can kind of get a game plan of what we're looking for and where we're headed with that? So-
Yep.
I want to develop a time frame as to, written time frame. So be documented as to what
Like
is
what's
happening.
due when, like
Yes.
what are the deadlines for
Yes.
things?
Gotcha, okay,
Yeah, so she's working on that too, but yeah, we'll send you the contact information for the state.
fantastic.
Yep.
All right. Thank
Anything
you.
else?
No.
Okay.
I appreciate it, thank you.
You're welcome.
Please, not here. Veteran Service Officer, we did hold interviews on Friday, so hopefully we'll be moving forward here soon. I told Sarah we would get back with her because I think we had a few more that we had to either reach out to. So we are moving forward on that. Sorry it's been slow, but we're moving forward on it, so. And then, before I get into the elected offices though, because I have a claim here, when any of the department heads that are here are elected officials, and then if you can pass it on, if there's anything that happens, like with vehicles or equipment or anything, please get a hold of the auditor's office first and foremost, because with the insurance and the claim on anything that happens, like that has to be done within a certain period of time, just so that the corrective actions are taken, and that you all are covered, employees, vehicles, equipment, whatever the case may be. Because if we fall into like a 5-day, 7-day, 2 weeks after type of thing, then we're falling into like a really bad situation. So, usually the way that, at least that I've seen it handled, is that the department head definitely gets a hold of one of us, lets us know, and then, or simultaneously gets a hold of the auditor's office at the same time, just so we're all aware, that any incident has happened. And I understand with different departments, it's probably a different timeline, but ultimately in the auditor's office with claims and insurance or anything, like that has to be given to them. So I just want to bring that up as we start the year and departments are getting new equipment, trading things in, buying new things and stuff like that, just so we know, and that your employees know as well if they're handling any equipment. And I'm going to let the other departments that aren't here know that as well. So I just asked that. Assessor Tammy, can I come back to you? Okay. Julie, do you have anything from prosecutor's office?
No, you have anything for us?
I don't think so.
We just came for the coffee.
Appreciate the coffee.
Recorder, sheriff, you guys have a drainage board meeting today. All right, new business, Kentland Retail Merchants 2026 Easter egg hunt. We've done this every year, and I believe we just have to have their request on record, correct? And then approval?
I think that's what we did last year.
Tammy? Correct, okay. Can I see that? Dear Commissioners, the Kentland Retail Merchants would like to ask permission to hold the 2026 Easter egg hunt on the west side yard of our Newton County Courthouse on April 4th, starting at 10:30 and probably ending at about 10:45. The little gatherers are very speedy. Thanks for your consideration and please plan to attend. Sincerely yours, Judy Wirtz, Treasurer. So I just need a motion to approve that request.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Motion from Rob, second from Steve to approve the Kentland Retail Merchants Easter Egg 2026 hunt. All those in favor? Aye. I asked Jody to just put the lawn care under new business because the last 2 years, those contracts have started in April. So the earlier we get
Well, I'm kind of hoping we have a new plan for that. but
Rolling.
We don't know that yet.
right, so,
We can table that for another month.
and that's fine. I wanted to get it on earlier than later because we've fallen behind in a few.
Because really, you guys need to make a decision by the next meeting to get it advertised, because then it puts you right into March.
But we discussed or figured that out, if that's gonna work.
I'm not even gonna touch that one.
And it's muddy.
All right. And then board appointments, so we went over the drug coalition for Jean Bell. We need to get that. Can we put it in the minutes that we need to get that advertised?
Yeah.
Even without an updated, we'll get that to the council hopefully by the next meeting. But we're gonna have to find something to update for that job description itself.
Is there a written job description?
I'm not sure, so I'm hoping, I'll have to go back through, whatever they have from Gene as far as the state, is there anything in there?
I don't know that he gave us a specific job description. We just covered a lot of things that he does, and it's changed so much over the years.
Okay,
So should maybe Diane or someone get with HR to get one created?
Probably.
Just have-
well, I don't wanna put more on Diane's plate,
We have this,
Somebody.
yeah, we have the number for the state contact, so I'm wondering if that state contact would have a job description for other coordinators throughout the state
right,
of what.
at least something to
Maybe.
start with, I would think would be beneficial to Sarah. So, yeah,
Maybe we can ask him. I can ask him if you want me. I'll get that information. I can send an email to them and I can just copy you on it and then they could just go ahead and talk to you from there on out. Would that work?
that's fine, and I can just send it to Sarah, cause then Sarah can kinda get an idea of where we need to start and where we
So
need to go with that.
I'll get you their information and then I guess you can take it from there with Sarah. How's that?
Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you. Economic development, that was council.
Yeah, so on our January meeting, the council voted to reappoint Bethany Husband to the Economic Development Board as the council representative. But in reality, it's a recommendation to the commissioners to make that appointment, I believe. Kind of forgot that when we were talking about it all, because I think you guys actually make all the appointments. One at the recommendation of the council, and one at the recommendation of the town of Kentland, because they're the largest municipal in the county, I believe, that's how that works. So I'm just here to report that the council voted to recommend to reappoint us. You guys do whatever you wish to do with that. That's what council vote was.
And was the entire board there?
I think we were just short one. I think Matt was the only one out there.
No, Heidi wasn't there either.
Heidi wasn't there yet when I said it, so there was five.
Okay.
Just for, you guys are all, since the last time this came up, I think none of you guys were commissioners in the county. There has been a time, at least once, that the commissioners asked for a different recommendation. There's been times that, so it's up to you guys, we'll do what.
Discussion?
Well, I have some concerns, and we've talked about it. I've had more people contact me about this than I have anything since I've been a commissioner. One of my personal issues is the last 4 years, her attendance has been less than 50%. So my recommendation would be to send it back. Find somebody else to be on that board.
Is that your motion?
I'll make that motion.
I will second that. And then we're in discussion. I think the biggest thing, and I told you that too, and I'll let you know too, to be completely transparent. I think the biggest thing is obviously the public perception of a conflict as far as the amount of money that board is now handling with some projects or a project. And I will tell you, that's probably been the most calls, emails, talks, is that a lot of that energy is going into one area of the county. And a lot of people, and again, like I said, the public perception is that that's where all of the money's going, all of the effort's going. So I just personally feel that if we had somebody a candidate or somebody willing to step in that was more centralized and neutral, and somebody that, when these questions do arise, or when a big complex goes up for a commercial sale and people are freaking out about a grocery store going under, I mean, somebody that they can feel comfortable with reaching out to and saying, you know, okay, I feel that I got, you know, kind of a clear, I may not agree with it, but I feel I got a clear direction or a clear answer. So again, I just want to be completely transparent on that, and I know we've discussed it, so.
Well, while we're discussing, I mean, most of Grove is gonna be up there just because of the I-65 access, but it does look bad. I don't care if we have two people from Kentland, most of Grove's still gonna be in that area. That being said, it'd be nice to be somebody from south, somebody from north, and somebody from the center, so I feel about it. Because it looks bad, it looks terrible.
Yeah, and
And I
I
still
don't,
think it's still gonna be all, Grove's still gonna be up there, 90% of it, but it's still,
well, I mean,
perception's a
Route
lot.
10, obviously, yeah. I mean, there's so much on both sides that is,
Can I speak?
oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so several projects just in its nature itself is confidential up front. But obviously, I try to bring you guys in as much as I can as these projects progress. So we are currently working on projects in Kentland, Lake Township, Lincoln Township, and Colfax Township. All of them are pretty large projects. They're in infancy stages, and so we're not just focusing on one location. Some of our funding for like the Morvello project and an additional project that we're working on, which is a very large project, does require that financial assistance because of the capital investment. I mean, we're investing $100 million, so
Well, it started out at 60.
I'm sorry.
It started out at 60.
Yeah, I mean, but for the total project.
For the total project, Mike, just for the record, it started out at 60.
Okay.
Okay, it just keeps going up. But it started out, they came to us at 60, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, phase
Yeah.
2 and 3 is 60, but the final phase with the museum and other things are additional. But there's still another project out there too, but that's the areas that we're also focusing and trying to market are already mostly developed. There's still some infrastructure things that we have to do, so we should be focusing on those areas because that's what the county has zoned to develop. Instead of just finding a piece of ground out in the middle of nowhere and say, let's go spend a bunch of money and hope someone comes here. So when you say that a lot of the projects are in one specific area, they are, and I think that's there, because it shows momentum. And then also the sewage project up on 10, I'm hoping to really draw so much growth up there along State Road 10. So along, and I'm sorry, and Goodland, working with Goodland on projects. So we are trying to be consistent across the whole county. And our business retention and expansion visits, which are our on-site visits with our existing businesses, probably at 5 or 6, 7, 8 done now, and have several scheduled for next week with state representatives coming down. So to help them overcome some obstacles and challenges they might have to retain and keep, because 80% of growth in economic development is existing businesses, not new. So we have to really make sure that we help those that exist here, and we are doing that. So on Bethany's defense, if it's her job or something that you feel is in conflict, that's totally your decision. But in terms of economic development as a whole and where we spend money, I just want to make sure that we let you know that we are trying to be consistent countywide, including municipalities.
Well, for me, this was not, I personally know her, so that, it wasn't that an easy decision, but with the track record of attendance the last 4 years, that's an issue. I personally had, and since September, I've had more calls about questions about the transparency of it than I have about anything else that's gone on in Newton County. And I represent people that voted for me, you know, I represent everybody, not just the people that voted for me, and because of that, I think in this case, I feel they need to choose somebody else.
And that's totally your call. I just want you to understand, in terms of you're saying transparent, things of that nature.
No,
A copy
and-
of our minutes or come to our meetings,
Oh,
please.
And I'm not debating that, and that's not the argument here that I personally have, but I just ask that when you're seeing, like, yes, you're gonna see it from a very different standpoint, respectfully. But the calls that I'm getting, or the, concerns and a lot of the BS, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, is because there is so much infrastructure and so much digging and so many, this, that, and the other going on Route 10 and in their area, the things that they're laying their eyes on. And then the argument is then, and you just put X amount of millions of dollars into this one corridor again in the last however many years, and that's where they seem to see and think that that's where all of our money and all of our effort is going to. So when the question then becomes, when they see a huge commercial for sale sign in front of our only strip mall, and, not reading the fine print or not knowing, they just see a for sale sign, obviously the first thing that's gonna come to mind is that's gonna go under, that's gonna build, what happens to us? So that's kind of where I get what you're saying, but please understand where I'm coming from as well, or Rob's coming from, or what's, like, that's kind of where all of this is kind of culminated, and I think it's time for something to change and a little more diverse representation, just so that the public feels that they have a say, and like you said, they feel comfortable with coming and talking or coming to a meeting and listening. Again, you're not gonna make everybody happy, and they're not going to hear exactly what you're trying to say, but at least giving them that peace of mind that, they're paying X amount of property taxes and they can't even afford groceries, but we're giving millions of dollars. Like, those are the conversations that I'm having. Like, those are the questions that I'm getting. So, I have a motion from Rob, a second from me. All those in favor for the matter to be referred back to council? Aye. Opposed?
So we did hold one meeting, and I did submit payroll for that, because
And
I
that's fine. That's fine.
didn't realize that after council's appointment, because I was always told the council, the commissioner has their own calendar, so. whatever.
That's fine.
My understanding, she was leaving work, don't she?
As of today.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Well, she'll learn that work to replace her, I believe.
Until there's another appointment made, she will remain on that, I believe. Is that correct? So even if there's another meeting before you guys we make a recommendation and you make an appointment, she would still be eligible to be on that board, I believe. Refer to Attorney Harris.
I believe that's correct.
You served until
Redevelopment Commission, we have an NN North Newton representation. I have the minutes. And I apologize, so the redevelopment board has always had North Newton representation, it just hasn't been filled.
Right, and it's a non-voting. It's just where the TIF area lies.
early on, North Newton had a representative that came to the meetings. And then
Was that Mr. Haas? I think it was Mr. Haas, wasn't it? And he
Correct.
passed, okay.
after that,
It never came to the board to reappoint somebody.
well,
Well, as a.
It may not have to be, but
I was gonna say, it
went
never
to-
got to us, it never got to me as a board
it went
member
to the central
to get,
office.
okay, to get somebody else appointed on there, as far as being on the agenda, unfortunately. So yes, I'm sorry, you think we're both right? Like, we're both, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I'm sure.
I know, I'm just glad that we're gonna take care of that, get that taken care of.
Okay, so the board discussed the need for a representative to serve on the Newton County Redevelopment Board, noting that North Newton has not had representation since approximately 10-12 years ago, potentially resulting in missing funding opportunities. A motion was made and seconded to appoint Michael Mark as the board's representative. His role will include attending county-level meetings and helping secure funding opportunities, including TIF money for school district. Motion by Samantha Hickle, seconded by John Haas. Final resolution, following no further discussion or public comment, motion carried 4-0.
This is a non-voting position.
Yes.
And the redevelopment board is 2 council, 3 commissioners, so then he would be the non-voting.
Yeah, I really want that.
I'd like a motion to approve.
Why did it happen in the last 12 years?
I just don't think they ever replaced.
It came through central office from what Scott's saying, but it never made it. I've been on there for, this is my 10th year, and it has never made it to an agenda to reappoint somebody on there.
So that's not our fault, that's.
No, never, it was never brought up to put on, the
Okay.
previous superintendents did not put it on the agenda.
Gotcha.
They should be on there.
Alright, so I have a motion from Rob and a second from Steve to take the Newton County redevelopment, North Newton representative as Michael Mark for our board appointments. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright, so that's approved then. Diane, does North Newton then need something from us? Do you know?
We can write a letter.
Okay.
We can generate, so you guys.
What's that?
We can write a letter to generate.
If you want,
so
yeah, and then we can
you
just
know.
submit it, we can just read it at a meeting or something. Okay.
Make it transparent both ways.
Okay. Wabash Valley, did we ever get anything further on that? No?
Well, is it see the fence head?
Mm-hmm.
Julian, you sure you don't want to do that?
I proudly represent the George Aid Commission as your appointment. I've got my hands pretty full with that, so while I appreciate the thought.
We'd like to find somebody
wish you
law
well in
enforcement
finding your
possible.
place with Wabash.
Well said. No. Okay, So we're
I'll
gonna-
ask Shannon but I forgot, we had so much other stuff going on.
no, that's fine.
I forgot to ask him.
So we'll just have to keep that. Alright. Tammy?
I guess the only other thing that I had mentioned to you guys earlier with us closing, the pay for the employees, courthouse, prosecutor's office.
Say that again, please.
With the emergency with the courthouse closed, they've asked if they were going to get paid for today.
Well, I believe they should.
Well,
It was
Can't
an
just-
emergency closure, so I would.
can't just assume, I have to take it to you guys.
Well, I make a motion we pay them because it's not their fault, they were.
Second.
Motion from Steve and a second from Rob to pay out today, February 3rd, as an emergency pay.
Aye.
Aye. Favor? Aye.
When did it goes past today?
Well, I mean, I feel like if the courthouse is closed, it's not their fault.
It's not. Mark is going to keep us up, so how do you, okay, so we've already passed for today.
I heard that they're gonna be back to business by this afternoon, so it shouldn't be an issue. But it could happen.
They have to do a road cut. It could go past today.
Okay.
You're trying to determine what time the water service will be restored?
Yes.
I can make a phone call and see them.
Would you please?
For the minutes to reflect that we make a motion to be on the safe side, that if it does go past the next 24 hours, that we have authority to
Tamper Bar
deny
also.
or, okay? Okay. I will make that motion.
I'll second that.
Motion from me, a second from Steve, to approve if the water closure remains for the courthouse and Kentland offices to remain closed in the next 24 to 48 hours, then we have it's at our discretion for those to be paid. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anything else, Tammy, for us? Not that I can think of. Do we need anything? So with that, on the ARPA bill, I didn't process it through because the airfare was on there and I was told it wasn't supposed to be in the emails back and forth. I mean, I can still cut the check, but ARPA can't pay for that airfare for the radio project. That is not part of that project. And Terry has it in his bill. I mean, it's spelled out there.
So ARPA will pay all the bill except for,
Well, it's two different projects. ARPA's for the public safety building. The radio project is a whole different,
I thought we were trying to
Creation.
use that.
no, you cannot use,
No.
they're two different projects.
If we get audited for that, they'll get.
Throw Tammy in jail.
No, I'll take the commissioners down.
So just for the record, the airfare is for going out there for the radio project.
It's for the conference, to talk about the radio.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with ARPA. So it's gotta be separate.
So then, we approved claims,
But that,
But-
I told you guys, I pulled that one because
Okay.
I couldn't do that
But you-
with the funding.
so,
So you can still tell me to pay that minus that $600 and some, and I'll still cut that check today.
okay.
But there was major, have to.
Make a motion to approve the, I can't see what the bill is, but.
The airfares on the next page is
I was
600.
gonna make a motion to approve the claim minus the airfare.
You can make that one.
Is that the right way to do it? It makes sense.
And I'll cut it today.
Second.
Motion from Rob, second from Steve to approve the invoice minus the airfare costs. All those in favor?
Aye.
I see the airfare, I just didn't see the total amount of that. Right, does that make sense? Okay. Linda?
If you guys don't mind, when Matt was up here, I offered to help him with that Title II plan. If you guys don't mind, I do that. That way we're state compliant. We're not trying to-
And while I'm thinking about it, I know you sent us, updated stuff for a burn ban. I think that's something else we're gonna have to start getting on our agenda. Yeah. Yep.
I'll get on it.
Okay. And then, did you have anything to, yeah, for the burn ban stuff?
I put my comments in
Okay,
via email chain.
okay, perfect. All right. Anybody else? Yes, no, maybe so. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion for Rob, second from Steve. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.